Hello and welcome to Happy Sheep. Here they are sheep, and that's correct, they are happy. Hey, this is an on your own problem, so you should have solved the entire problem on your own. You should have your paper in front of you, and now you're watching to make sure you did everything correctly. And so here is your scenario. These sheep are as happy as clams. Hey, first of all, who knows how happy a clam is? I don't know. Where'd that statement come from? I think because it looks like clams are always smiling, right? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, let's get on with our scenario. They are looking at the farmer who has brought the shears out into the field. And that can only mean one thing. The farmer is going to cut their wool. See, they got a lot of wool here, right? And believe me, if you were a sheep on a hot day in August, you too would be excited about getting a haircut because, hey, it makes it hotter, right? Anyway, the farmer cuts about 9,437 strands of wool from the mama sheep. If he cuts 76 strands of wool with each pass of his electric shears, so his shears go right? And each pass like that, he cuts 76 strands of wool. Then, how many times will he have to run his shears across the mama sheep here to cut all 9,437 strands of wool? Well, let's go ahead and write that stuff down, right? So we've got over here, we've got 9,437 strands of wool on the mama sheep here, right? And then the farmer, when he cuts it, each pass he takes with his shears cuts off 76. Holy cow, that's an ugly 76. Let's fix that a little bit. 76. Okay, all my writing is a little ugly. Okay. So 76 strands of wool each time he passes. So how many swipes of his shears is he going to have to do to completely give the mama sheep, who is happy, a haircut? So as you see, I have the 7s written and the 6s written. And then since I'm going to estimate by rounding up, I also have my 8s written, right? So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and make my first area box. And I'm going to do that right here. And then I'm going to plug in the 9,437 right inside the box. And then I'm going to take the divisor, which is going to be my 76, and put that on the outside of the box here, right? So now I'm trying to figure out how many times 76 will go into 9,437, right? And I can see right away that 76 will indeed go into 94, right? So I'm going to get a place value holder for the tens column and the ones column. I'm going to put a 0 above the tens column, a 0 above the ones column, and then that means I'm going to get 2 zeros down here because 0 times 76 is 0. 0 times 76 is also 0. So now I'm working with just this column here, and I can tell right away 76 will fit into 94 only one time. So I'm going to put a 1 right here, and that means I'm going to go 1 times 76, and that's going to give me 76 right here, right? And now I'm going to first check for trouble coming, and lo and behold, I've got no trouble here, but bam! I got some trouble because I cannot take 4 and subtract 6. So I'm going to borrow from here. I'm going to turn this into an 8 right there and turn that into 14. And then I'm going to make my next area box first. I almost jumped the gun and started subtracting. That's crazy because I'm not ready for that yet. And now I'm ready. 7 minus 0 is going to give me 7. And then 3 minus 0 is going to give me 3 right there. And then I've got 14 minus 6, which is going to give me 8. And then I've got 8 minus 7, which is going to give me a 1 right there. Okay, so let's take a look here now. And now I'm looking at 76 going into, it can't go into 18, right? So I'm looking at 183, which means I got to get a place value holder for this ones column. Now before I do that, I'm going to actually grab this, shrink that, and put the little sheep right there, and because they're really cute. And okay, so I moved the 9,437 divided by 76 over here as well. So now, as you see, I want to get, now I have room. I'm going to put my 0 here, and then 0 times 76 will give me a 0 right here, and that holds that place value for the ones column. So now I'm working with 183, and I'm going to estimate this 76 as 80 right there, right? And actually, I didn't want to do that in green. I wanted to do it in blue. Bam! There you have it. I fixed it. Okay, so now I'm looking at 80, and since this has a 0 behind it, each of these have a 0, so it's 80, 160, which will fit in there. 240 would be too much, right? So I'm going to multiply by 1, 2, which means I'm going to put a 2 right there. So I'm going to plug a 2 in, and now I'm working with the real numbers here, right? So 2 times 6 is going to give me 1, 2. It's going to give me 12. I'm going to drop the 2 and carry the 1. So I drop the 2 right there. And then I'm going to carry the 1 right there. And I'll add this in after I multiply 2 times 7, which is 1, 2, 14. Plus 1 is going to give me 15. And I'm going to drop my 1 and my 5 right there. And then I'm ready to subtract. So before I do, I like to look for any trouble coming. I got no trouble here, no trouble here, none here, and none here. So I am good to go. I will add my next area box, plug that in right there, and then I've got 7 minus 0 is going to give me 7. 3 minus 2 is going to give me 1 right here. And then 8 minus 5 is going to give me 3. And you got to love that, my friends. Okay, so now I'm looking at the 76 fitting into, it can't fit into 3, it can't fit into 31, but it can fit into the 317. So once again, I'm going to use my 80 as my estimation, right? So I'm going to come here and look at the 8s, and I want to get as close as possible to 317. So I've got 80, 160, 240, and 320 is going to be too much, right? Awful close, but a little bit too much, so I'm going to have to multiply by 3. 1, 2, 3 to give me 240. So I'm going to plug a 3 right there, and there we have it. And now I've got 3 times 6. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. That's going to give me 18. I'm going to drop the 8 and carry the 1. And make this a little bigger so it's easier to work with. Drop the 8, and then I'm going to carry the 1 right here. Okay, and now I'm going to take 3 times 7 and then add that 1. So up here I got 1, 2, 3. That's 21 plus 1 is going to give me 22. So I got 22 right there. And now I'm going to subtract. But before I do, I got to look for trouble coming, right? And bam, right away I got trouble because I cannot take 7 and subtract 8 from it. So I'm going to turn this into a 0 and turn this into 17. I got more trouble coming because I cannot take 0 and subtract 2 from it. So I'm going to borrow from this 3, turn that into a 2, turn that into 10, right? And now I'm good to go, so I'm going to add another area box. And bam, there we have it. So next, I'm going to be looking at 17 minus 8, and that's going to give me 9. And then I've got 10 minus 2, which is going to give me an 8 right here. And 2 minus 2 zeroes out, so I don't need to worry about it. Let's look up here, and as you can see, I can fit one more group of 76 in here. So I'm up on the top here. I'll make a little more room. I'm going to write another 1 there, and then 1 times 76 will give me 76 down here, right? And when I subtract there, first of all, I've got no trouble coming, no trouble coming. So I'm going to enlarge this a little bit, make yet one more area box, right? And I've got 9 minus 6 is going to give me 3. And then 8 minus 7 is going to give me 1. And if we look here, 13 is smaller than 76. So this is going to be my remainder. I'm going to just write remain. Bam. There you have it. So now all I have to do is add these up. So I'm going to move this over here so I have a little more room. And I'm going to draw my line. And remember, I'm adding up like this. And I get the zeros, 3 and 1 is going to give me 4 right there. Then I got 0 and 2 is going to give me a 2 right there. And then right here, I'm going to just bring this 1 straight on up. And then I've got a remainder of this 13 down here. So I'm going to put remainder 13. And that, my friends, is your answer, 124 with a remainder of 13. So let's take a look back here at our scenario. And you've got these happy sheep right here because the farmer's coming out and he's going to clip them, right? Because it's a hot, hot day. And mama sheep here has 9,437 strands of wool that make up her whole body, that cover her whole body, right? And then each pass of the farmer's shears cuts off 76 strands of wool, right? So how many passes of his shears will he have to do before he has the mama sheep completely sheared or completely haircut, right? And our answer is 124 with a remainder of 13. There'd be 13 little strands left. So if he was doing it, he doesn't want to leave these 13 there. He would actually have to do another swipe, 125 passes with his shears to cut that up, right? Does that make sense to you? So if you were doing this problem and you just did the area problem, you would get exactly 124 with a remainder of 13, right? So if you did that, fantastic. You did everything correctly. However, if you were answering this, the farmer would not want to leave those 13 strands sticking out, so he would actually do one more pass with his shears to cut these 13 off, and his real answer would be 125. However, if you did this all correctly, super. If you didn't, no worries at all, my friend. Simply pause the video, fix your mistake. That is the fastest way to learn. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon. And now, on to counting by the numbers. This is a great strategy for anybody who does not have all their multiplication facts memorized. Counting by threes. Ready? Here we go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Counting by fours. Ready? And 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Counting by sixes. Here we go. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. Counting by sevens, here we go. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. And counting by eights, here we go. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. Counting by nines, here we go. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90.